What's up? Takeba. Abefa, befa, befa. Pambol. Fire, 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 pambol. Don't mama befa, befa, befa. We see, what's up? We see, what's up? We see, what's up? We see.
They call me ST the Gambian Dream. Birikama Boyo. I'm a Gambian artist. I'm a rap, hip hop, Afro Manding artist.
Oh,
Yes, and I'm a cultural ambassador to my country. I promote my culture, my music and our traditional values basically.
basically, you represent the traditional vibe.
I represent Gambia and all that is, within it.
First of all, your music is always in Mandinka, and Gambian people love that, and you become the top, artist in the Gambia. What is behind Saluto?
Well, I don't think it's much magic because my music is dealing with the basic realities of life. I don't just do music so people could dance. I do music so people could learn, things from it, so people could, have more ideas about certain things, that we go through in our daily lives, because it's about the reality versions of, our difficulties, our problems, social issues, and how to go about it basically. So people see themselves in this music because this is a representation of what they go through. So anyone would really represent that, because when you listen to the music you feel yourself in it. You feel like this music is speaking up for me, and you don't have to like me, you just represent the songs. So I think the Gambian people see themselves in my songs a whole lot, and then they see their environment in it and they see their problems in it, and sometimes they figure out their problems in it. So like these songs get to people's heart, and when you get to people's heart, it stays there. Exactly. So I think that's the relation, that's the connection between me and my fans and the entire.
Like music, people always get fans not only in their country. Normally they always connected to other fans outside Gambia. How is your connection to other fans outside Gambia who maybe cannot speak Mandinka, but through your music, the way you act your music, the way of your music performance, some people love it even though they cannot speak Mandinka. How is your reaction from other fans, like maybe who speaks other languages in that?
I think music is a universal language. I think it has more to do with feeling than just hearing. You feel me? So basically, I feel like it doesn't matter what language you do music in, but people can relate to it. People can feel the vibe.
Wow,
for sure. And I've been through this. I've seen people sing my songs, like whole songs, and they don't know what I'm saying, but they say word to word and they don't even know what it means.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, exactly. I blend in a little bit of English, of course, every now and then, and also I do even occasionally do songs in Wolof as well. But my main focus is Mandinka, and then I am a Mandinka basically, and then 75% of the population of Gambian people are Mandinka. So when I started music, I wanted to reach out to the people. I started when I first started rapping. for fun when I was younger, it was in English. But when I took it for a career, I had to switch into Mandinka because, you know, like in Gambia, not everybody is educated to, but almost everybody knows the local language. So I want these messages because I'm representing the people. The people need to hear the message to know they are being represented. You feel me? So that's what brought the local language idea, into my music. And so far, even the youngest kids can relate because they can understand.
Muneka falineka for sefa satin ke fulo le nyofa afatori mama e befa oh yeah we see what's up we see what's up we see what's up we see oh yeah we see what's up we see what's up we see what's up oh yeah we see what's up we see what's up.
So I recorded my first song in 2007 while I was going to school, Nusrat. I was just doing it for fun because I have a passion for music. But before then, I used to sing other Gambian artists' songs, and I was good at it. When I was in primary school, all the way.
You said,
so why? In 2007, I was like, look, I think I should come up with my own thing. Even though it wasn't much of a message kind of lyrics, but I was flowing nice and everything was going smooth. And that's how it came about. And the students started passing the songs onto each other, and people are like, oh my God, this is not you. I can't believe this. You need to drop another song, which I did. I dropped another one, but it was still for fun. But before I knew it, here I am. Things, shows keep coming up. People started inviting me. I started getting a little popular, and like so on and so on. And here I am.
You are popular. You are not little popular.
No, I mean by then.
And then by then,
yeah, exactly. I mean outside my radar, because in the school I was still famous. But like when I started recording, it was getting much more
bigger.
Bigger, and
You, if I may ask, like, before success there must be obstacle, and I know that as in a musical career there will be some obstacle that will come across, of course. And what was your I mean, do you ever come across difficulties in your musical career before you get to this moment?
Yeah, I did. In fact, I have had several obstacles. One was my mother never wanted me to do music. I was book smart. I was going to the best school. I was doing commerce, and she thought I could do something better than just music. Like that. Yeah. So in when I started rapping, it was hard for me because I had to keep it low key.
Yeah, for sure.
Like that I would hide so that my mom doesn't know. But these things get to a point and you cannot hide it no more, And also it was hard because in Gambia we don't have a ready-made platform for artists. Like I can say the industry is actually growing up, it's young. It's not structured fully yet. Still now artists are not, entitled to their royalties and all that stuff basically. So it was hard for us because we couldn't get, I couldn't, get any returns from what I do, except for, I couldn't get any returns for what I do, except for when I'm invited to shows. Basically the radio plays our music for free and everything. And sponsors was another issue, so I had to grind on my own. Make some little money, go record on my own, try to work out a little more, shoot a video. So, it came up bit by bit like that,
things get a little bit better.
Yeah, exactly.
And it can change, it's changing now.
Yeah, gradually.
Mansal minul ka bribta enjoy the soul milka saita do kulal milka ribata the soul lebe finding ika fana wek ni ela light fa ni na wek you ela light fa.
How will you rate I mean the musical industry in Gambia before and now? I mean, there are a lot of young people coming out. People like you, people like Jesho, people like the Nobles. These are people who are very young, but they are coming up. They are getting into something. They are getting popular. They are now traveling. I mean, before we said like Gambian, they are young people, but still there is no support. Do you think now people are coming out to support the musical industry, or is still the same?
It's definitely not the same. People are coming out in their numbers. I don't have anything to say against people because people always show me love at my shows. We all witnessed December 1st. It was like the first ever time.
Not generally about people coming out. I mean, generally the industry, like people, every industry there must be financial support from sponsors from everywhere else, and then the people who are coming out again to support the music.
It's still it's getting better. Like I feel like it could be a lot better. Like it could be a lot better, and Gambian artists could be if we are at level C, we could have been twice.
Yeah.
You feel me? But because of lack of the necessary and adequate support that we lack, we miss out on a lot of things. So things that are supposed to take you a day will probably take you a week.
Yeah,
exactly. But like from the start to now, it's been better.
Really better.
Yeah.
I can see that.
It's growing gradually, not at once, but gradually. It's.
No, I can see now like there is little bit improvement when it comes to video, the video shootings. You can see that it's a little bit clearer than before. You can see that young people are doing some Afro music and some music that makes sense. How will you rate this tour to other tours you've been doing since you started musical career? Because I can see that this year there is a lot of noise about you people on the media. A lot of noise. And like the tour that you do in Switzerland, there were a lot of tours together with other musicians. I get.
Yeah.
So how was it all this year?
Well,
compared to other years.
The tour was amazing. Actually, this is my first European tour.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been doing tours in Gambia,
nationwide tour.
For several times. But this is actually the first time I'm doing a European tour, and I think because of that, like a whole lot of Gambians everywhere are just, excited.
Exactly.
They are anticipating, my performances, and stuff like that. From till today, I get people that call me about trying to, book me for a show around their area and stuff like that. But before we came, we had a schedule of the places that we are supposed to perform at. So we are sticking to that. And this is actually the first time, but it's definitely not going to be the last time. And it's obvious that Gambians are everywhere, because everywhere I go I feel home. People come to the airport with flags in numbers to welcome me, and that is so unexpected. That's so unexpected. People, the way they gather themselves up to come and show love and support, I think that's amazing. And it's not just at one place, almost all these places.
I can see that, like I saw one of the videos that in Rome, I don't know, like after the show you want to go home, people say you won't go home. Can you tell us something about that reaction?
Well,
I mean, how do you feel about
it happened here?
Yeah.
It's very intense.
It's really intense.
Yeah, but it's regular back at home. Where I play at a whole lot of places and people would not let me go. Sometimes the performance is done, they say no, you cannot go. We need more performances. But it's really amazing, because the thing is, people some of these people want to have a one-on-one time with you. Some of them want to have photos with you. And because this is one time, they have not been seeing you for over years. Exactly. And you've been their star, they've been representing, buying your music online,
loving it,
and now they saw you and they could not even get a picture. So it's like the whole fan base, or the whole number of people that actually came to the show were all trying to get photos
with you.
And it's a lot of people, and I'm also on tour with other people, and they are really concerned about my security and all that stuff.
Of course,
sometimes these misunderstandings happen, but it's all love. Gambia all day, every day. Nothing makes me proud than seeing my own people represent me that much. I honestly felt like I was home.
now still we're going to talk about the Gambian boys here. People have been talking about the Gambian boys, like the backway boys. These are the people who are now here and they're struggling coming through the back way. And I listened to one of your music called the Fuaraya, which, can you tell us a little thing about Fuaraya and what is the secret behind this Fuaraya?
Like I said, my music will always talk about my people, my society, our problems. Fuaraya is a typical example of a typical Gambian society.
And if you on the beat.
Fuaraya, Soto Balia, hey Fuaraya, Kokolea.
Fuaraya talks about poverty, and poverty is a big problem in Gambia, like in Africa basically. A whole lot of people are affected by poverty. Most could not follow their education because of poverty. Some are not working, some are going through hell basically because of exactly so like having to put these things on a song is like a reflection of those who could not speak,
voiceless.
Exactly, it's like being the voice of the voiceless, and this we know is true because in the verses it states exactly how we live our day-to-day lives. Salaryman fancy, Dimbali tansi, hardly the minimum salary wage, Carpaju man fancy, Sadi Sila life biduku, life savings man fancy, bro. To them from some kodas or la fence lo and kunsi. The past dasu, you as colea landlord la streso, due to Nayadi preso, Duku keso, Nimbata keso, I'm under constant preso. Nakiwa. Well, that's the reality of our situation exactly. So I think somebody needs to step up for the people
and
like,
talk about it.
Yeah.
Bekelele jusubela ndunjusutela wala nejo yata bake bala fati tela yala ndindele fata brisa sata ko medication file certain dun sponsors muka soto ngejibe wal nyama fay fata dol nyamata dol be sirin jail mo mante bel nyini ndiro len silibia pata we are not for sale min dunda min do ya dundi nyoto nagare nin tapale kude min do e usol be ko dundi nyoto kundi mo darasal be kundi nyoto be ule so my no guarantee gospel tembulu ajuve kafunyo fango tembulu dindingol ko kongo de mo tembulu go Fuaraya Soto Balia hey Fuaraya Kokolea.
Send messages in your music, which means it makes sense why people are supporting your music. I mean, and now I can see that you're two here. We see young people come out and support you, love you, show how that they really love you. And I don't know what is the secret behind it, but your show right now, what I saw in Rome and Napoli, and today you have a show too in Bremen. And we're gonna see that you're gonna act in Bremen too. There are people who fled away from their country, from Gambia. We already see now majority of the youth from Gambia are coming here, and they're here. What is your message to them?
Well, to the Gambians that are here, I just wanna tell them, look, we know where we're from. Gambia is a peaceful, loving country. And like I feel like everyone in Gambia is a brother to the next person, because it's a small place. Everyone is connected.
Very small.
Like if you don't know you are related to somebody, that's probably because you haven't had a long enough discussion. Basically, you would either share friends or you would share something in common. Basically, So let's just hold on to each other and support each other. And let us be parents to each other here.
That is very important.
Yeah, that is very important. That is very important. We need to support each other in whatever it is that we are doing. Because Yalan, today is for you, tomorrow is for me. So if we could, work that out, day after tomorrow might be for both of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But mama our dol be line rabal ka killing yole ka fa ko wulo ka minul bye. Politician ol fa kumaba. Politico for kumaba, go kumaba. Before election kumaba, after election kumafa. Momo kabe jam la yeda, busa ulike mo la yeda.
You know, I mean in a shuttle. Thing in the music industry has a meaning, right?
Yeah.
And we all know right now. Today you in Bremen, we don't know how long you're gonna be here, but you're gonna be like another place again. And if I may ask, I'm not in the Gambia at this moment, but I know you're from Gambia.
Yeah.
The people who have been here in I would say 5 years time that this journey started, did you see differences? Like, I mean, the people who fly away to here, like from Lincoln, they came to this country, to Europe, to help their people, to help their society, to help their country. Do you see big changes in Gambia?
Well, you know, I just thought you answered the question. You know, these people that came here to help their people, help their society, help their country. That's the main aim, basically. You know, so you know, most definitely these people hustle for home. You know, I don't feel like, you know, they wanna stay here because they wanna live here. No, they want a better life. They are searching for greener pasture.
They have a mission.
You know, and they are trying to develop home, because when you take a proper look at Gambia, all the developments basically are from, you know,
from the people
from
who are living outside,
basically.
Diaspora.
You know, exactly. You know, they are 90% of the development is from all of them. And even if you check the income that comes into the country, 75%, rest assured, is from the diaspora people still. So a whole lot of people here are taking care of, you know, like extended families. You know, like that. So definitely, I don't have nothing to say. I salute them. You know.
Saluto.
It's not easy, but.
Saluto. Finally, before we cut off, what is your last message to people who are listening to you today?
Well, I want to say what we do is represent Gambia all day, every day. You know, spread our culture. You know, and it's a pleasure to be outside Gambia to do music. You know, for Gambians and also for non-Gambians that are being exposed to my music newly. It was amazing at the Selam Fest in Sweden. You know, it was about 20,000 people at least. You know,
that's a big crowd.
Probably bigger than that, but a little something like that. And all these people were singing my song like Saluto, Saluto, Saluto. That's amazing. And somebody watched my video a couple of days ago, and he was like, "Yo, was your song playing over the radios over there?" Because he couldn't understand how people were relating to the song. You feel me? I told him it's the vibe, basically, you know. So I guess we need to be doing this more often to connect with the outside world and interact with outside artists, you know, to make better music and exchange cultural programs and, you know, stuff like that, you know, and also create platforms for younger artists that are coming up, you know, so they don't have to go through all the things we go through. But I'll also like to say thank you to all the fans, you know, for their love, for their support, you know, like yes, and because without them we wouldn't be here. In fact, they're the reason why we're doing all this. So I want to give special thanks to all the fans for the love, for the support, for coming out, for believing in us. And also I want to give thanks to my team. Maybe it's just me here. I have people behind me that are helping me out, you know, with a whole lot of things. This whole thing wouldn't be possible without them. So I'm definitely gonna give thanks to them, and I'm gonna give thanks to my family, you know, and I want to tell them I love them.
Saluto. Thank you so very much. It's a pleasure to speaking to have you around in Saluto. And then, yeah, thank you so very much.